Okay, we're going to continue with our Onshape's basics. So we'll open up Onshape, click Create, a document. This time we're going to make a dice. I'm kind of making this up as I go. And what we can do with this is create a dice that we could 3D print. So this dice is going to be 20 by 20 by 20. So it starts as a cube, so you should remember how to do that from before. So I'm going to go through pretty quickly. So sketch on the top plane, let's turn off all these things we don't want, and rectangle tool, dimension it. Now if I'm going too quick, maybe you need to go back and remind yourself in how this, by watching one of the earlier videos on how this is done. So let's zoom that so I can see it a bit better and tick. We're going to extrude a distance of 20 millimeters. There's our cube. So a cube with square corners will not roll very well, so we're going to add what's called a fillet. So we're going to look in the top toolbar for the thing that's called a fillet. Now as you hover over each of the items, it'll give you its name. So fillet. So we're going to click that. So we in fact need to fillet every edge of this cube. So this can be a little bit tedious. I wonder if I highlight, it will, so you see what I did there? I dragged a box and it selected every edge of that cube. Now 5 millimeters is way too much. It's probably going to look better at maybe 1 millimeter, maybe 2. Yes, that looks good. I like that. So fillet tool, drag the box around your shape. It's selected everything. Set it to 2 millimeters. Then tick. And look at our cube now. It's got nice curved corners. So we're going to add text to each of these faces. So we're going to simply do numbers. So, and this needs to be done multiple times. So I'll do it a bit slowly for the first one, then I'm going to go quick for the rest of them. And you might just watch the first one and then you get the hang of it. And you'll have to fast forward the video to the part where I show you how to export it ready for 3D printing. So sketch, the sketch plane, we're going to click on the top surface. I'm going to click N, so I'm viewing it on top. Now we're looking for the text tool. It's the A inside a box, so click it and drag a box. This is a drag, this one. Everything else we've done before has been click and click. This one you actually drag. And simply type 1. You could change your font and so on. I'm just going to bold it. I'm happy with that. And tick. And drag this. I'm happy with the size of that too. Size can be edited using the dimension tool. So we click on an edge and you could set it to whatever size you think looks good. And notice what happens, it moves the whole thing. Once you've done that, you have to deselect your dimension tool. And grab a corner and let's put that in, I'd say 10 mils, nearly too big, so we can edit that. Let's go 8 and grab a corner, move it back in. Right, I'm happy. And tick to finish the sketch, and also we'll go back to a 3D view. So we're going to do an extrude, and what we would do is we select, so highlight, make sure that your text is selected by clicking that box that we've just done, click, and straight away it wants to do an add but we want to do a remove. We don't want to go all the way through, because then the dice wouldn't work. We'll go to a depth of, I think, just 1 millimeter. So I'm going to type 1 and have a look. Yes, 1 millimeter would be adequate. And tick. There's our first one. So we're going to do the rest, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on every other face. So I'll do the next one a bit quicker, then I'll probably pause the video and unpause it later on when we're done. So sketch, select the surface, click N so we can look at front on, text box, drag, type a number, I click bold, didn't I, and tick, and it will drag the corner to center it. Tick again, went back to a 3D view and extrude by selecting the text. We need to set it to remove and set it to 1. And tick. Now there's probably a certain order that you need to do dice. I don't know. Maybe the 3 happens to be opposite the 1. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to pause this video here. I'll resume once I've added all these numbers all the way around. Okay, I've finished my dice. Got all my numbers extruded down 1 millimeter on each of the faces. It's ready to 3D print. So there's 2 ways we can do this. There's the easy way where I will do it all for you, or you can export it yourself, then email me the file. If you don't know how to save files on your computer, then email it. Maybe that's not for you. So the easiest thing to do is click the share button. You'd have to type my email here. So martylawrence@ncs.nsw.edu.au and click share. For those who think they can download files, this is what you do, and email files. Over here in our parts, right click and go to export. Now we get this dialog. I'd like you to rename this dice and then your name. We need to change the format to STL. Everything else here should be okay. The resolution is set to fine, units and millimeters, and the option should be download, and click OK. It'll do its thing and then bring up a dialog on where you want to save that file. So you need to know which folder you're saving it into, because you need to access it later. So I am going to save it into my desktop. So you would need to email that file to me now. So if you open up your Gmail, and click the compose button, you type my email address in here, martylawrence@ncs.nsw, etc. You can do the subject as your own name. And what we will need to do is need to get that file into this box. So, of course, on computers, there's multiple ways we can do things. We can attach the files using this button, and you have to know how to navigate folders and things. The other way you can do it is I'm going to minimize my screen and then open the folder that contains the file we just downloaded, and then drag that file into that email box. And then, of course, we can click send. and I'll get that, and sometime in the near future I'll print it for you.